In this video, we'll create a KPI chart for variance analysis. The KPIs we'll create will display key metrics, trend lines, and variance metrics between actual and budgeted and the previous year. Are you ready for this? Let's jump straight into Power BI. For the dataset used in this video, you can download it from the link I've provided in the comments section. After importing the dataset, the first thing we do is create DAX measures. The first measure we need to create is total actual profit, which sums all the values in the actual profit column using the sum formula. We also create the total budgeted profit and total previous year's profit using the same sum formula. After that, we also need to create a measure that calculates the percentage difference between actual profit and budgeted profit, then displays it as a percentage and a triangle symbol. Here, I've named the measure budget var. First, we create the budget variable, then find the variance by subtracting the actual profit from the budgeted profit, then dividing it by the total budgeted profit using the divide formula. Once we get the variance value from the formula, we create another formula using format function to convert the number to a percentage and add the triangle symbol. If the value is positive, an up arrow appears. If it's negative, a down arrow appears. We also use the same formula to calculate the variance between actual profit and the previous year's profit. Once all the necessary measures have been created, we can start creating the KPI card. Here, I'll create a rounded rectangle shape by going to the Insert tab, then selecting Insert Shape, and then selecting the rounded rectangle shape. Go to the Format panel and open the Size and Style option. Here, we'll change the size to 265 for the height and 325 for the width. Close the Size and Style option and open the Shape style. We'll set the rounded corners to 15%, then in the Fill Color section, we'll change the color to 6B007B. And don't forget to turn off the border. Next, we'll create our first metric, total actual profit. Go to the Build panel and select Card Visualization. In the Data section, select the measure we created earlier, which is total actual profit. Go to the Format panel and open the Size and Style options. Change the height to 115 and the width to 300. Then turn off the background. Place the card visualization centered above the background shape we created earlier. Close the Size and Style options, then open the Card options. Scroll down and turn off the background and border. Close the Card options and open the Callout Values option. Select Total Actual Profit for the series. Then change the font size to 28px and the font color to white. Scroll down and change the display unit to None. Open the Label menu, change the font size to 10px, and change the label font color to white. And don't forget to change the space between the label and the values to 2px. Okay, the total actual profit value has been created. However, we can see in the KPI card that the values are missing a comma as a thousands separator. We can add one by going to the Data panel. Select the Total Actual Profit Measures, then go to the Measure Tools tab and select the comma icon. This will automatically display commas as thousands separators in the values in the KPI card. Okay, we've successfully created the first metric, total actual profit. Next, we'll create a line chart that shows the trend of actual profit. To create it, go to the Build panel and select Line Chart. For the X-axis data, we'll enter the monthly data from the main table. For the Y-axis data, we'll enter the measure we created earlier, total actual profit. Go to the Format panel and turn off the title. Then, open the X-axis option and turn off the values and title. Do the same for the Y-axis. Open the Y-axis option and turn off the values and title. Once done, Open the Size and Style option and change the size to 75 for the height and 315 for the width. Turn off the background. After that, we'll place the line chart right in the center of the KPI card we're about to create, like this. Next, close the Size and Style option and open the Lines option to edit the lines for a more minimalist look. We'll change the width to 2px and the interpolation type to smooth. Then, open the Color menu and change the line color to white. Okay, now the trend line chart for our KPI card looks good. Next, we'll create variance metrics that show the variance between actual and budget and the previous year. To create this, go to the Build panel and select the card visual. For the data, we can enter Measures vs Budget and vs Previous Year. Go to the Format panel and change the size to 60 for the height and 135 for the width. Then turn off the background. Close the Size and Style options. Next, open the Layout options and select Single Column for the arrangement. Change the space between cards to 1px. Close the Layout options and open the Callout Values option. Apply the setting to all series and turn off the value. Scroll down and open the Cards options. Here, open the Padding menu and change the top and bottom padding to 0px. Close the Padding menu and turn off the background and border. Once successful, close the Card options and place the VS Budget and VS Previous Year labels in the bottom left corner of our KPI card, as shown below. Once finished, we can change the label color in the Callout Values options. In the Label menu, we change the label color to white. Let's adjust its position so it looks neater and aligns with the other objects. Okay, this looks better. Next, we'll create a variance value. It's easy. Copy and paste a label we just created and place it in the bottom right corner of our KPI card. Go to the Format panel, open the Callout Values option, and then apply the setting to all series. Turn on the values and turn off the label. Open the Values menu and change the font size to 13px. For the horizontal alignment, change it to right aligned. Now, change the Apply setting to only VS Budget. Change the font color by clicking the conditional formatting icon. For the format style, select Rules, and the base field is VS Budget Measures. In the rules, change the first rule to Contains. In the text section, press the Windows key and semicolon to open the Windows menu icon. Then select the upward pointing triangle. Then change the color to 6FF772. Once done, you can add a new rule by selecting the New Rule option. Then we'll follow the same steps as before. Select Contains. For the triangle symbol, we'll select the downward triangle symbol, which means the variance is negative, and change the font color to E68F96. Okay, now we've successfully created a variance value with a color that changes according to the variance condition. Do the same for the value versus previous year. Now, let's change the Apply setting to only VS Previous Year, and change the font color by clicking the conditional formatting icon. For the format style, select Rules, and now the base field, select Versus Previous Year Measures. In the rules, change the first rule to Contains. In the text section, press the Windows key and semicolon to open the Windows menu icon. Then select the upward pointing triangle. Then change the color to 6FF772. Once done, you can add a new rule by selecting the New Rule option. Then we'll follow the same steps as before. Select Contains. For the triangle symbol, we'll select the downward triangle symbol, which means the variance is negative, and change the font color to E68F96. Okay, now we've successfully created a variance value with a color that changes according to the variance condition. The final touch is to add an icon. Go to the Insert tab, select Insert Shape, and choose a rounded rectangle shape. Go to the Format panel, open the Size and Style option, and change the size to 40 by 40 px. Close the Size and Style option, then open the Shape Style option. Change the rounded corners to 35% and the shape color to white. Turn off the border. Place this shape in the top right corner of our KPI card. After that, import the icon we'll use by going to Insert Shape, selecting Image, and selecting the icon we'll use. You can download this icon from the link in the comments section. Once imported, go to the Format panel, open the Size and Style option, and change the size to 32 by 32 px. Place it above the shape we just created in the top right corner of our KPI card. I think we need to adjust the position of the variance values so they align better with the other objects. Okay, this looks better. Okay, we've finished creating a KPI card for variance analysis. The KPI card we created can automatically change its values if we use a slicer. Here, I'll give an example of creating a slicer by country. And when we try to apply the filter, the values, the trend, will automatically change. Great job! We've successfully created a KPI card for variance analysis with a simple and minimalistic design. If you enjoyed this short video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel for tips and tricks and other Power BI project content. If you have any suggestions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comments section. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.